Happy Tuesday. Yep. Just running in the jungle in the Dominican Republic. And I had a thought today. When I started my run, it was a little bit later than I have been because a storm rolled in. It rained like crazy last night. And just like thunder, lightning, like, I mean, not like every couple seconds. Poof, poof, poof. Exciting. And the temperature dropped way down from, in the 90s to in the 70s. So might as well be a crisp fall day today. So I slept until 5 rather than getting up at 4. And then I'm like, it's gonna be a refreshing run. You had that happen where you're like, yes, everything's gonna go great today. And then I was doing 5 miles at my goal pace is 6:30. And man, like the first 3 miles, I'm just like, or 3 and I guess I did 7 miles because I did 1 slow warm up and then 5 fast and then 1 slow cool down. Welcome to the cool down period. And so I'm like 3.5 miles in. And I'm just like, gosh, I'm just not, I guess it said 6:34 pace, which, again, it seems fast. And unless the goal is 6:30, which it is, and then it's like, God, I'm so close. I just need to push it a little bit harder. And I just feel like I'm fighting my body. I'm just like, ugh. And to the point where I'm like, should I turn around early? I'm just not getting into this run. You ever had those days? And I have a goal to create what I call high five culture here in the Dominican Republic, Montana specifically, because it feels good to give high fives, doesn't it? It's not something we do enough. It's like boom, like a genuine one, not like a weak one, like full enthusiasm. So, and now in the morning this year, there's tons of people out, like fitness walking. So I yell excited things to them and have been throwing up the high five to see if I can get some high fives. And for a bit, people were like, and today I got 3 high fives. So one of those high fives was a Dominican guy who was running the opposite way of me. And he was like actually running. Most people that are out this morning are pretty much just walking or like walk running, which does not discount their activity, just is. And this guy's actually running, like he's cooking. And so I hit my turnaround spot, I stop, I'm like, collecting myself, I'm like, trying to will myself to pick it up, like all the negative self-talk. And then I'm like, this guy, all of a sudden this fast guy's coming back the same way I'm running. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna run with this guy for a bit because he's cooking. So I start running with him. Doesn't speak any English at all. Agualde is his name. And I can kind of speak Spanish. To the non-Spanish speakers, it will seem like I have a high level of Spanish. But to the Spanish speaker, no doubt I sound just completely jarbled and barely comprehensible. And so I learned from Agualde that he trains because he plays football. And so he's cooking. And so I pick up the pace to match him. And now I'm running 6:10 conversational pace. And he asks me if I run much. I'm like, oh, more or less. And he asked me if I run marathon in Espanol, in Spanish. And to which I say, yeah. How many? Yeah, more than I can remember. Wow, you're a champion, he says. And I was like, oh no. He's like, yeah, see, marathons, hardest thing. So I hit my turnaround point. I'm like, all right, see ya. Turn around. Now I just crush the miles back, right? So, and my narrative changed from, oh my gosh, I'm not getting into this run, feelings, to, It's interesting. I didn't will this transformation. It just occurred naturally. My narrative turned from just not getting into it, this should be easier, to I'm a person that runs a sub 6:30 pace no matter what. And I just crushed the distance on the way back, running at 6:20, 6:25 pace. And so what can we break down from this little story? Thing number one, don't listen to yourself. Especially if the thing that you're saying to yourself is complaining or observing a negative situation or feeling. It's easier said than done. It's kind of hard to get away from yourself. Oh shoot, that's not a really good solution. Well, thing number two, go spend time with someone who is doing something more difficult than you, and engage in conversation with that person. And the best avenue that I found in this life is really twofold. Full thing number one, running. Thing number two is service. It's, one of the reasons I got so involved in all the different nonprofits in Arlington wasn't because of business, in order to get patients, because if that was the case, that was a failed effort. It was to be able to serve, that knew how to serve at a greater than I did. I served in chiropractic college as the president of the Palmer Student Alumni Foundation, and served with Habitat Humanity building houses. But in Arlington, I had such a unique opportunity to level up my service game, because I started serving on the Runners Club board, leading events and races, something I've never done before. And then there came an opportunity for me to step up and be the president, and I just didn't say no. I wasn't equipped, didn't have experience, and that allowed me to then lead that organization to raising hundreds of thousands of dollars and putting on epic events. Same with the clubhouse at Seven Lakes, or what was the Lake Gooden Community Club. It was awesome. I was asked to serve on that board, which then, when given an opportunity to become the president of it. Again, never been in charge of an event venue, but I just didn't say no. And then we ended up coordinating with a strong team of leaders, $100,000 renovation. Same with the food bank in Arlington. Never helped restructure a food bank board in order to take a net negative operating organization into one that had a killer director that created revolutionary programs that has now served multiple cities from one community food bank with $1 million plus surplus. And I wasn't even president of that. I just helped. And that's, again, I think the main takeaway is it's just being around people doing harder things then allows us to get out of our head and grow into our potential to serve other people. And the same with today's run. It's just a short half-mile sprint with someone that's faster than me, completely reprogram my mindset, or allow me to finish off my run, feel better about myself, feel more accomplished, and then, God willing, be able to help somebody else. So stay tuned, because if you find yourself in a position where like, I want to move more, get in better shape, I want to be able to serve at a greater capacity, make a difference, I'm just exhausted, or I'm just burnt out, or I'm just overwhelmed as it is, I would encourage you to click on Symmetry Chiropractic Mission Center's Facebook page and start following it, because the solution is right around the corner, my friends. All right, and if anyone hasn't told you this already today, you are a champion. If you have a hard time understanding or believing that, look back, what have you already done? If you've created kids, you're a champion. If you've gotten married, you're a champion. If you still have a job, you are a champion. Because in the world that we live in the United States, that is kind of a stable thing that we have. So we have stable families for the most part, stable employment for the most part, stable food for the most part, and we're able to take care of our kids. It's not the same around the rest of the world. So you, my friend, are a champion.